Kathrin from manifestationbabe.com. How is everyone? Happy Friday. Yay. Oh my God, I forgot about our affirmation of the day. I totally was going to think of one. Hold on. What is related to this topic? Let me just write it down so that I don't forget. Shit, I had a really good affirmation for empath because that's our topic today. So, hi Mackenzie. Okay, perfect. So, I tried to be in my new structure that I decided on for these live chats, which was start with an affirmation, then a card reading, and then the topic. And of course, I was like thinking of an affirmation today for empath, something about like energy and maybe something that I say to myself when I call my energy back to me, like when I feel like my energy has escaped me. I will usually be like, all of my divine energy that belongs to me, please come back to me. But it's more of like a prayer request and an affirmation. So give me a sec to think about this one. But I am going to start with a little card reading, because why not? So I see you guys really love cards in this group, which is awesome. I'm not a card reader. I don't know what the fuck any of them mean or what they say, so I just read straight from the guidebook. But I love all the card readers in here. It makes me so happy. It's so fascinating. I love tapping into my intuition using cards and having others do the same, so it's really awesome. Hi Carol. Hi Lauren. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. So I'm going to pull a card for the group real quick. I pulled a card for myself right before this, and then I did one of my empath tricks. So I actually use one of my tips before I go on live, because right now my energy is being extended to all of you guys, and I don't want to lose any of it. I want to keep it. So hi Tamar, I miss you. How have you been? So give me just 1 second. Okay. So the card for today is, you are exactly where you need to be. Okay. Hi Megan, I'm so glad to have you in here. So let me just quickly see what it means. I mean, this is obvious, you're exactly where you need to be. But for all of you babes today, for Friday, May 12th, it says, sometimes these are welcomed words, and at other times they are the last thing you wish to hear. So true. Yeah, wherever you're standing right now is exactly where you need to be. Breathe it in and allow it to slosh around on your insides. Acknowledging where you are right now is tremendously beautiful, powerful, and responsible. The areas of your life are flourishing or wilting in direct proportion to the level of love and attention you're giving to them. Manifest. There is freedom in loving where you are. Milk every opportunity. You have to embrace it, and further expansion will be the reward. This kind of reminds me of like being grateful for where you are right now, so that you can go to where you want to be, because you always have to acknowledge where you are. And if you guys like crystals, your crystals today are rose quartz, snowflake, obsidian, and hematite. That's cool. Hi Amber. Hello. Hi Danielle. No, I just got on. Okay, so that is the card for today. Does that resonate with you guys? Love that one. I always feel behind, but I know that I need to soak in the moment you are. There is one thing in my life right now that I wish I could speed up at the speed of light, but you know what? I'm just letting it go. Just fucking letting it go. Okay, so today so I found out, I knew I was an introvert my whole life, because I freak out at, good morning Jennifer, I freak out at big groups of people. And I was a very shy child, very closed off, never talked, just, very closed off. And I thought that it was my introvertedness, hello Pele, I thought it was my introvertedness that drained me, or that made me so afraid of other people as a child, and made me feel so shitty being in big groups of people. And I never felt, and like growing up in my adolescence, like when I was even in my biggest like party stage, right? Like all the kids go to party together, I could only handle like one night a week max. And then if I was forced to go to more parties with my friends, I'd need a lot of alcohol to handle it, which, oh my God, such a mess. Now that I think about the effects of alcohol in my body, and my vibration, and the effects of people and other drunk people, it's like, ugh. But here's the thing, I don't prevent myself from having fun. Like I can handle big groups of people, but very, very limited time around other people. And I thought that was my introvertedness. I had no idea that was actually me being an empath. And my mom had a session with Lisa McCoy, a psychic that's in this group. Actually, I love her. And she was like, Kathrin, you need to see Lisa. So I booked a session with her, and I've had 3 sessions, I think, with her since then. And she was like, did you know you're an empath? And I'm like, what the hell is that? And so I did some Googling afterwards, and I was like, oh my God, my whole life makes sense. I go through lots of emotional ups and downs, and she told me that the anxiety that I feel 99% of the time is not my anxiety. It's someone else's anxiety that I'm feeling. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like I thought, and then I hated being an empath because I'm like, why do I want this shit? Why would I want other people's shit? Why would I want to deal with other people's shit when I have my own shit to deal with? And so it's like, and then I realized that I don't like being in, like, for instance, clubs and bars are a huge turnoff to me. I don't like big sports game. Anywhere where it's loud, I don't like it. If you want to hang out with me, the best thing to do is to invite me to dinner or lunch or something, and we sit across from each other, or even in a group of people, as long as we're sitting across from each other and it's not like all this noise all at once and all this energy all at once, I can handle it. But obviously, you know, this is life, and we have to kind of be flexible because, you know, we're on this planet with 7 billion people. We're always going to run into people. So if you're an empath, my tips today are kind of going to give you some insight into how you can be flexible around people, how you, even if you don't control who you're around, how you can protect your empath energy. And being an empath is like you're very sensitive. And so empaths actually, so you know how you have an energy field around you? So empaths are different because their energy fields are actually expanded further around. And I've heard that from psychics. I've heard that my aura is really, really big, and it's like felt by other people from a mile away. And it's like much, much bigger. And so when you stand next to someone, your energy field is actually in their energy field at the same time. So you're literally like tapping into their energy field. And part of the strengths of being an empath is that you have a very in tune bullshit meter. Like you can really tap into whether someone's lying or someone's being truthful with you, or if someone's in pain, you can literally sense that that person's in pain. You know how I always would ask people, no, seriously, what's wrong? No, for real, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I'd keep asking until they tell me, because even if they tell me some bullshit story that they're okay, I can just sense that they're not okay. And so there's all these different strengths to being an empath. But if you're someone who will just crash, like I remember crashing at the end of the night, just feeling like I don't want to talk to anyone, I don't want to deal with anyone, I just can't. And it would take me such a long time to process this energy, right? And ever since I learned that most of the anxiety I feel is not my own, and really using some of the tips to protect my energy, I felt a lot less anxious. Like my anxiety went from several times a week to about once a week to once a month. And it's really, really cool. So it's all about being intentional. And most empaths who don't understand energy will struggle because most of the protection that you do for as an empath comes from this energetic, conscious exercises that you can do. Let me just catch up in the comments. Me too. Learned that I'm an empath the hard way. Being told you're overly sensitive and overly reacting your whole childhood is so difficult. So difficult. Oh my God. I'm constantly telling my daughter to stop putting her anxiety on me because she's a catastrophizer. Yeah. Yes, I bug people so much until they tell me the truth because it hurts me when I know they're lying so much. Yeah, and so I'll give you guys a tip for dealing with people who are venting on you, who are dealing with people who are shooting their shitty energy at you. And I used to literally get pissed. Like my boyfriend and I would fight because he would be in a bad mood, and I would get pissed at him for being in a bad mood because he's gonna get over his bad mood in like 5 minutes, and I'm gonna sit there and process not his bad mood, not just his bad mood, but also my bad mood, and any limiting beliefs that he brings into the conversation, start processing in my own head, and I act as if they're my own limiting beliefs, and I'm like, I can't handle this. So I learned tips and strategies since then. I've only known about this for like a month, so this is the stuff that I learned in the last month. drives Justin nuts when I keep asking what's wrong, and I just say, well, just spit it out because I can feel that there's something wrong. You're describing everything I go through with my boyfriend. Yes, it can ruin that whole entire day. Okay, so preventing yourself from going crazy. Are you guys ready? Okay, number one, my number one tip, I have 6 of them for you. Number 6, I kind of already told you. I will just say it right now. Realize that you have a gift and that you're able to feel people and be highly in tune to truth versus bullshit. If you're someone who's in the industry or career of connecting with people, like me as a mindset coach, I actually realize that me being an empath is a gift because I can talk to people. I can be in tune to their feelings. I can see if they still have shit to say. I can get it out of them easier instead of being like, oh, you're okay? Okay, all right, session's over. You know what I mean? So that's really helped me. And so being grateful and realizing that it's a gift and all that good stuff. And then number 1, so going backwards, is figure out your energy drainers and avoid them. Figure out your energizers and invite more of them. And this is simple. Like, if you know to this day that going to a bar or club is going to drain you, then just don't do it. If you know that a certain person is going to drain you, then just don't hang out with them. Or if you feel energized by a certain self-love ritual, like reading a book by a candle or something, then do more of that. Just start learning what energizes you, what drains you. And every time you feel drained, just think like, okay, what drained me? And then be like, okay, I need to do less of that, or somehow protect myself when I'm in those situations, right? So I had to use, I just broke up with a friend this morning. I've been there, done that many times. So like for instance, when I went to Punta Cana, Danielle was with me. We're both introverts, empathic introverts, and we were on this big boat party, and that shit just threw me off for 2 days. Like, it was just all this like empty energy. Like, I don't know, when people come to a place just to party and go wild, it's like they lose all their energy, they lose all their positive energy. For some reason, I just see like empty shells of like, woo, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it. And like being around that, it's like, ugh, I don't know what it is about it, but that should drain me for like 2 days. And so I really learned that I need to be more conscious of protecting myself before I go into those situations. Yeah, I know, I couldn't wait either. Number 2, so how I protect myself is I decide to live in a pink bubble. So I don't know why pink. I think I read it online somewhere, like put yourself in a bubble, and I like the color pink, and pink is like love, self-love. And so what I do is every time I leave the house or I go somewhere in an environment where I know that I'm at risk of losing my energy to someone else or absorbing other people's energies that I don't want to absorb, I literally visualize myself in a pink bubble. And I know that people can feel my energy, right? But I'm not going to lose it because it's staying within my pink bubble. And I also know that their energy is not going to come through the pink bubble. So it works out really well without you, without being like so shielded that people can't communicate with you, that people can't really feel your energy or feel like you're present, if that makes sense. So there's like some shielding exercises where you can literally cover yourself to the point where people just don't connect with you anymore. And so having like a pink bubble has worked for me. I don't know how to explain it, but every time my boyfriend and I are around like people who are complaining or something, he looks at me and I'm like, I'm just in my pink bubble. And he knows exactly what I'm talking about. And then number 3, especially for coaches in here, I stopped giving, well actually I don't think I ever gave a free coaching session, but I just know not to give away my precious energy for free. So where I go big, where I put my all in, when I put my all into something, I make sure that I am compensated in return energetically. So I don't do free coaching sessions. That's why I don't do certain things for free, is because I'm not receiving any energy back. It's just this person's just taking my energy, if that makes sense. And that is going to drain me and make me hate my coaching business so much faster than anything I can imagine. And so if you're someone, and there's nothing wrong with free coaching sessions because they are great business builders. They are great, especially when you're new and need to practice. But if you feel like, after doing those free coaching sessions, if you feel completely drained, then that's a sign that you should probably stop doing it, and you should probably start charging for your services. And then number 4 is, this is a biggie, consciously deflecting energy. So this is around people who are complaining, people who are venting to you, people who are just spilling their problems to you, or you can just tell this person's just a negative person. What I do is, when that person's talking, I am present, I am listening, I'm going but at the same time, consciously, I am literally just seeing my energy field deflecting all that energy back at them, or back to the world, or back to light, or whatever you want to envision. I just literally just see myself radiating out more and more and more, and just deflecting. And as long as you focus on deflecting your energy, it actually will be deflected on an energetic level. And that's really helped me. So you can't avoid negative Nancy's, you can't avoid people complaining, you can't avoid certain people, but what you can do is consciously deflect. And that's really, really worked for me. So any low vibe energy, I will just deflect. And this pink bubble and these shield protection things really help also, not just in person, but online as well. So I'm in a pink bubble right now, guys. Hi, like, I envision myself in a pink bubble before I go live, and anytime I make a post on Facebook or anywhere where my energy is felt, I want to make sure that I don't lose it to anyone, and I don't absorb anyone's shitty energy back. And then number 5 is a biggie. Ciao. Hi, Samantha. So number 5 is a biggie. Say no when you need to. So a lot of empaths make the mistake of saying yes to everything because they are really sensitive to people's emotions. Empaths don't like people being mad at them. People are upset with them. I'm very sensitive. Like, I used to be a huge people pleaser because of this, because I don't want anyone to not like me, because I can feel their energy of not liking me from a mile away. And every time I'm around them, I just feel this negative energy of, oh, I don't like Kathrin, and that just fucks me up. And so, but, you know, you have to start saying no to things, and empaths say yes way too often. So if you know there's a project or something, or an event, or something you can do that's going to drain you, or going to cause you to absorb negative energy, just say no, and be very protective. And if it means staying in Friday and Saturday night, which I'm known to do 90% of the time, that's fine, because it allows you to show up in your life in much better, bigger ways, right? If you have to take a night in on Friday night, and that's part of your self-care routine, and that results in you going big on Saturday because you have a big event on Saturday and you need to show up on Saturday, then say no to Friday. Just say fucking no. So I'm glad this was helpful. I will see you guys on Monday with another topic. I love you so much. Keep posting in this group. I love all your posts. Oh my God, this group, the women in this group are my favorite women in the entire world, I swear. If you guys ever see anything low vibe, just tag me, report it. I don't want anything low vibe to live in this group. I know that as groups grow bigger, unfortunately, there's always one bad apple that makes it in here, but I am confident that as we all keep our energy high, that any low vibe people are not going to even see this group. Like, it's going to not even pop up for them for the suggested feed. Something's going to go wrong. They're going to be marked as spam. I don't know, but that's like my intention for this group, is that shitty people don't make it in. All right, loves. So I'm going to let you go. I got to run. I got on late a little bit because my dishes drove me nuts. I had to do them before I got on live, and I had to ground myself and put myself in a pink bubble. All right. Bye.